just in cases. The more, yeah. So I know I kind of just went ahead and like, hey, I'm gonna name this the Bryson Tillery Distillery. Are you okay with that name? Like, what do you think?
I love that name. I think that's like the most brilliant thing we've ever come up with.
Even more brilliant than Let's Make Vlogs and Listen to Death from Above.
Both of those are equally as good.
I
I
thought about
can't.
it. I thought about naming it that, but I was like, but we're not vlogging. That goes against the name, right? That's not it. That's wrong. So I like the name too. Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah.
You've changed.
Can't
You've
believe how much shit we come up with.
sorry.
I can't believe how much good shit we come up with.
I know, and I think I wrote down in the description the whole idea of like doing a drunk music video recollection videos or whatever, because you remember that, right? And I told you where it came from. Do you remember?
Yeah,
Someone was telling me
where
this,
it came from?
or like how it stemmed from. No, you don't remember that? I think I told you.
No,
Someone I was dating at the time, she was trying to recollect the
no.
video. She was trying to explain to me a music video of the song. I'm like, and she was like totally faded. I'm like, that's not what happened at all. What are you remembering? So it was very like, what is that? So that gave me an idea. Like, if we're drunk, you think of things differently, right? So I'm like, that would make a good music video. Actually, now that you mention, now that you talk about it that way, so that's where the idea came from. I was like, you're totally wrong. You're
Hey,
fucked.
uh, everything is hilarity when you're drunk. I've always wanted to just shoot the shit and discuss music videos or just music, even movies. Silent Hill, her poor Silent Hill saga was probably one of my. That was top five for the year.
Oh my god,
And
top
we're
five, top
shooting
five, top
the
five for
shit.
sure. What year was that? 2015, wasn't it?
I don't know. 2015, that's how long ago that was. That makes me a little bit sad.
Fucking A. Or it could have
A
been
little bit.
2016. No, it was the summer of 2015. I remember
I don't
now.
remember.
I had my man bun. Oh god. Ew. Ugh. Damn man buns. So
Everyone was saying,
people still have it. I still see people having it, and my theory on that is that they just finally grew their hair long enough to do it. You know, it took you 5 years, yeah, right? But like, you're finally here. You're ready to do it. So I don't knock them. I just think it's out of fashion now. But whatever. It is what it is. Um, so
I don't know. My fashion is like way. Go ahead.
no, you're talking about your fashion.
It's just different from the kids. I've noticed. The kids are in the 80s, the like 80s boy group, like with the like dangly earring and the the, the hair up to here, and it's a strange time. Skinny, everyone's skinny, skinny. It's I can't do it. I'm still about my fashion from the past 5 10 years. I can't keep up with the
Huh.
kids. I still like what I'm wearing right now.
That's interesting because like,
Actually, like what I'm wearing.
sorry, sorry.
I like what I was wearing 15 years ago.
Uh,
I like what I was wearing 15 years ago. It doesn't really. I haven't given up on that era yet.
no, fuck that. I look back at my 15 years ago pictures. I'm like, what the fuck? So, definitely not. Like, 15 years ago. So that make me a scene kid, I think, and like the emo bangs and like the neon colored shirts and shit, and the skinny jeans and the fucking chucks or whatever. Like, no. I mean, it was a good time. It was a good time period. Don't get me wrong, but like, I couldn't be any less colorful now. you know. I'm like, I'll have that in the black and black and black and black and dark black and gray. Like, no, definitely not. No, but I hear what you're saying on the fashion sense, like the 90s coming back and like 80s or whatever. For me, I think I'm just trying to mature more. I'm just trying to dress more my age. And sometimes I'll throw in like elements of today, like giant shoes, like the 90s Air Maxes or whatever, or like, just hints of it here and there. But whatever. I go all in with the dressing my age stuff now. I don't get too bothered about what people are wearing in music videos. Like, what's my fashion sense or what's my thing? I'm gonna do my thing.
That's fair.
So I think one of the topics I wanted to talk about for the Bryson Tillery Distillery episode 1 actually is, what do we talk about? Like, what is a podcast? I've never listened to a podcast before. I mean, I'm kidding. I do that. I listen to them sometimes, or I'll listen to them at work. But like, I'm not like, I'm gonna drive my car somewhere, I'm gonna put in a podcast in my AirPods and listen to that. Like, I haven't been too heavily into that. So teach me the ways.
I've never done this before.
But don't you listen to podcasts?
I mean, kind of. Like, but by kind of, I mean maybe one every couple of months. I think the podcasts that I even catch are usually true crime podcasts. Or you know who has a good podcast is Joe Budden.
The rapper?
He has a really good podcast.
Wait, Joe Budden. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah?
It's really interesting.
But do they just like talk?
Yeah, and they just talk about like, they talk about what's relevant in music right now usually, or what's relevant basically right now.
Okay, cool.
And, that's just our conversations always kind of end up that way anyway, don't they?
That's true.
Do we have to think about it so much? Oh
No.
my god, is the pressure on?
No, but I do have some topics that I want to discuss in terms of like what's happening nowadays or like recently. But that's fine, because I think even just a lot of our conversations back and forth, we do talk about relevant stuff, and like it's topical. It's not like we're gonna talk about Pogs. Well, we could talk about Pogs, but like, it's not like we're gonna focus on that. We're gonna focus on stuff that people want to hear about right now, right? And I guess that makes sense. So I think, in terms of what's happening right now, have you seen?
Did you say Pog?
Pogs? Do you remember Pogs?
Like the bottle caps?
Or like the POGS? Yeah,
Pogs were lit.
Yeah, they were, but I had no idea what to do when I was playing them. How did you play it? How did you play it?
We had like a stack. Stack of them, and then you hit them with your slammer, and whatever flip over, you get to keep.
But how do you hit them? How did you hit them? Because that's the general idea of how we played. But we would like get the slammer and like hit the edge of the stack. No, we wouldn't throw it down. We would like just hit the edge with it. Is that how you did it?
I can't remember.
No, we never threw the stack. We never threw the slammer. I mean, we were trying to flip it purposefully. We were trying to purposely flip the stack with the slammer on the edge of the stack.
Huh.
Pogs.
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 What a terrible name.
Pogs. Is it an acronym?
It must be.
Pieces of good shit.
Why would you name them that?
Pieces of good shit.
No. Wasn't it a Z? Was it an S?
Whoa, it was a Z in freaking Winnipeg? I thought it was an S.
I might be wrong.
Our shirts kind of match.
Oh, yours, that's such a good hoodie.
Have you seen it yet?
That's so nice.
Have you seen Iris yet?
No. No, but I will. I will. I will. I will. I will.
I have a friend coming over sometime next week, and she's never seen Iris, and I've seen Iris 3 times already. But I'm still as excited as seeing it again for the 4th time as I was for the fucking first time. Okay, maybe not the same, but I'm still excited to see it. I'm just it's so good, dude. Justice, holy shit. Justice.
Yeah, I was trying to clean out pictures on my phone the other day, and I saw pictures of like the last time I saw them.
Where? Where was it?
Like in LA, and I just felt so shook. Like almost like I forgot what the feeling was seeing them, and I got brought back a little bit. And the first time I saw them, which was in 2012, it was Coachella, so there were so many fucking like people to see, right? And I wanted to see The Weeknd because The Weeknd was just popping off at that time. I wanted to see Childish. I wanted to see ASAP, and of course I wanted to see Justice. But I remember like hearing Justice in the background, and the people that I was with, we had all split up because that's what you do at festivals, right? So I was by myself, and I heard like Justice in the distant background.
Yeah.
So I like ran because it's fucking far to get to all these stages at festivals.
Right.
So I was like running and like getting there like nearly out of breath. I was by myself. My friends were, there was 5 of us, and I was by myself. Couldn't find any of them, but I like danced my ass off. And then when they did dance, and I heard it, I like smashed like right into like a big like group of people and started going crazy, and another girl was going crazy, and then we like started dancing with each other, realizing that it was my fucking cousin, and we like danced each other like to that song.
Yeah.
Nothing I wanted more than to find you in a massive like sea of like thousands of people to this song right here going in shit. It was so fun.
Yeah, that's a vibe.
Oh my god, there's nothing like festivals.
Sorry, but yes, Justice, and you see them in Coachella and your cousin. That is a fucking sick story. I'm trying to think of my Justice story. Our Justice story. So obviously the one Justice story that I had, it was when I went to see them last year at AMF, and it's a thing called All My Friends. So there's lots of other people like Destructo, Idris Elba, loads of people. But I only went there for Justice. So I drove from Vegas to LA to see Justice again, even though I've seen them a handful of times. I wouldn't say that's my Justice story, but that commitment to justice is there, and because of that, it didn't really lend itself to me wanting to move to LA. I already knew I was gonna move to LA, but it kind of was the icing on the cake that, you know what, if we're gonna be around these kinds of festivals in the future, I want to be here for that. But my Justice story was the first time I saw them. The person I was dating at the time, I had to protect her because there was a mosh pit, and I remember because Justice, this is like 2008 or 2009, so Justice is really leaning hard into the whole like, yeah, we're rock, heavy metal, whatever, we're fucking rock stars. So people were mosh pitting, and like I had to protect her. And I remember because during the mosh pit I was like pushing these guys off of my girlfriend at the time, and she was like, you know, whatever, she was listening to them after the fact, and they're like, let's go jump that guy afterwards. And I'm like, oh shit. So she told me they're gonna go jump me, like, hey, we should get out of here, those guys are gonna jump you. So we had to relocate. But I think that was my Justice story, just getting involved in the mosh pit and having to protect somebody. I wasn't even able to enjoy the mosh pit because I was so preoccupied with protecting somebody. But that was as justice as you can be, right? That was hard, and that was fucking sick, because I think, what song was playing during the mosh pit? I don't know, probably Stress, to be honest. It was probably Stress. Who am I kidding? But yeah, Justice. Fuck. So you gotta watch Iris.
Everybody wants to fight during stress.
Yes! It's a stressful moment.
That's like the break shit song.
Oh my god, Stress is so good. It's so funny because when I'm listening to Stress in the car, for a little bit I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking flexing, but at the same time I'm like, I think I should turn it down. People may not get this song. It's like, what is that orchestra playing?
The video is so good. It's so good. So good.
The video speaks volumes, and yeah, oh my god, that video is so good. Have you seen that video where these college kids are high as fuck, and then they are listening to Stress, or not Stress, they're listening to Cross in the background, and they're also watching 28 Days Later? Have you seen that video? Oh my god, so let me fucking tell you, let me just blow your mind. So, they're watching 28 Days Later, and they're also listening to Cross, but for some crazy ass reason, everything happening in the movie is synced to the soundtrack of Justice's Cross. It was fucking mind blowing. It's like matched up to a T, right? And it was all completely by accident. So they tried to replicate that idea again by watching 28 Weeks Later and listening to some other Cross songs. And so they had, you know, the helicopter scene in 28 Weeks Later when all the zombies are running across the field, and the helicopter is like, it goes like kind of sideways to cut them all down. So when Stress comes down from like, I don't know what it's called in musical terms, but it goes, it makes a transition from one part of the song to another, but it makes it so perfectly aligned with that. You bitch.
No, what's that?
Oh, Stress. Hold on, let me find the song.
What's it sound like?
I don't want to do the sound. Right? It goes down. It makes that sound. Hold on, let me find it. But so it syncs up perfectly to when the zombies are being chopped down, and they're just like, this is the soundtrack to those two movies. Hold on. So it's like when this part comes on. Oh. Yeah, I imagine it would be a weird distorted sound, but lo and behold, that was like a beautiful accident. I think you should watch I'll send you the video after, and you can watch it, but it's just mind blowing. Like, I don't know, Justice is so good. I think the TLDR's Justice is really good. What is your favorite Justice album then?
Cross.
Yeah, hands down. I wasn't even gonna say anything else. I mean, I still like Audio Video Disco. I still like Woman, but there's nothing the same. I didn't get the same feels with Cross that I got with those other ones. Yeah.
Perfect front to back.
Yeah.
It's a beauty, and God, you Justice jacket so bad.
So
what are you doing?
I don't know. I have my Iris shirt. I have my Justice T-shirt. I have my Justice hoodie because oh, I didn't tell you about this other weird thing I did financially recently, but whatever. Yeah, like right now, if you're gonna get your Justice gear, like do it because, you know, 10 years from now it's gonna be like Daft Punk. It's gonna be hard to get Daft Punk stuff, right? So you should fucking do it. I think they've got their shop, so stock up and stuff, and yeah. So I told you I didn't tell you about this, but what's the most you'd pay for Daft Punk Christmas ornaments?
Oh, because you have yours. I remember yours.
Had mine.
You had them in your closet. You had them in your mirror.
Yeah, I had them. So, what ended up happening? And it's a series of steps. It's a little bit of a long story. Tell me if it gets too long-winded. But I had the two, which I bought from the Daft Punk shop in, I think, 2017 or whatever. And they're like $20, $30, I think, like, euros. 20 or 30 euros, so maybe like $50 or $40 Canadian. I don't know, whatever it is. But it wasn't too bad, right? And I also got the Daft Punk hoodie. But I also had two, so I had the Thomas Bangalter and Guy Manuel de Omem Cristo helmets. I didn't want both of them per se. I felt like, you know what, this would be good to give to someone that I cared about, you know, like the other one. Kind of like the snow doves in Home Alone. But the Daft Punk helmets. So I gave one to somebody else, a close friend, and then we had a falling out. And so when I moved from Toronto to LA, I did the painstaking, like, I had bubble wrap, I had extra paper towels and tissue paper to surround my Guy Manuel mask, right? I had it in my carry-on as well, so I was making sure that I had it every step of the way from Toronto to LA. But I guess when I got to the, not I guess, this is what happened. When I got to the airport security, when they're going through my bag, they're like doing like a cat kneading stuff. They didn't give a shit what was in there. They smushed my fucking Guy Manuel helmet. They cracked it. I'm like, oh my god. I got it successfully from Toronto to Vegas, going through all these steps, going onto a plane, going to an airport, going to an Uber, making sure it wasn't broken, and I got to one final step and the fucking airport security is kneading my bag. So they cracked it and it broke. And I was like, fuck. So I was super stressed. I reached out to my friend, my ex-close friend, said, hey, do you have that Daft Punk helmet I gave you? It turns out I broke one of mine, and, you know, I just want to know where yours is. And he's like, oh, it's stuck in a box somewhere, and I don't know where it is because, like, I moved recently and I haven't found it yet. And I'm like, wow. So that's the fate of the helmet. Thank you for telling me this. So I'm just stressed out, right? Like, you dick. It kind of like solidified why we had a falling out. You know, that's how you're gonna treat it. That's fine. Like, it kind of reiterates or confirms whatever. You weren't a real one ultimately. It is what it is. Anyway, so let's fast forward 4 or 5 months later, which was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm watching Electroma. Have you seen Electroma? No? So it's a Daft Punk movie where they want to be humans. They're robots and they want to become humans. So it's a Daft Punk produced movie. They directed, they wrote it, they did all the effects and whatever, like the lighting and stuff and like the storyboarding. So it's their movie. But once I was done watching the movie, I'm like, you know what? I missed those Christmas helmets, right? So I go into eBay, beep boop, and I find the helmets I think I found them for $90 and whatever. I bought them. So I got the helmets again. And they're here now, and like, I'm gonna protect these with my life. Like, I'm never gonna I'm not giving this to anyone else. They're just for me now. I'm not even gonna like put them on a Christmas tree, and I'm just gonna make sure I don't fuck these ones up, because the lesson I learned is that these are valuable items. They're gonna age well, and I think tying it all back to justice, stocking up on justice stuff, like, they're gonna age well. And okay, maybe not the same. Beep boop, yeah, go shopping. Maybe not age well the same way as Daft Punk is, but they're gonna have their audience, right?
Yeah, I know.
Have you seen Tiger King yet?
Yeah.
Okay, because there's a Carol Baskin filter.
On Messenger?
No, on Instagram.
Oh.
And that, cause I messaged my friend. I'm like, cause she was putting the Carol Baskin Instagram filter on her friends, and I commented on her story. I said, that fucking Carol Baskin, and she goes, I think you have an irrational hatred for Carol Baskin, and I'm like, doesn't everybody? It's not just me, right? Everyone hates Carol Baskin. She fucking fucked up Joe Tiger, man. Tiger.
I like the sentence, hey, all you cool cats and kittens. I think that's...
It's a pretty good line. That's a good 2020 line, right? Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. So, that playlist day.
Huh?
The playlist.
I liked your playlist, by the way.
Thank you. You inspired me to make it.
Huh?
You inspired me to make it.
Cool. That's cool.
So what are you doing tomorrow? What are you up to? Oh yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing's good. And I was meaning to tell you about Brittany Murphy. So I was watching this documentary last night about Brittany Murphy. Not to be too fangirl about her, but I do gush over her. Like, she's one of those Woman Crush Wednesdays like hard. She's like a Woman Crush Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, that's not even just for Wednesdays, for every day. And I'm like, so when it came up on my YouTube feed, I'm like, okay, I gotta watch this. I had no idea. Just did you follow a lot of her like close to the end of her life or end of her life?
Not really. I remember her like death feeling shocking.
Yeah, because she was supposedly healthy and like what the hell. But I didn't know that because like she's my age. Well, she is my age, yeah, but not at that time. But anyways, she died under really, really suspicious circumstances. So just to paint the picture for you, what I learned from the documentary is that she was a rising star in Hollywood. Like she's always been shining bright in front of the camera. Her first big role was Clueless. Really close with her mom. Her dad was actually in the mafia. He was a mobster, like a well-known mobster, right? And so that's really cool. But like they got divorced when she was 2. So her and her mom moved out to California to pursue acting eventually, and she got big in like Clueless and whatever. And she was on the up and up. She goes. Sorry.
I'm putting on a sweater.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so she was on the up and up. She was in Clueless, and she was even considered to be a better actress than Alicia Silverstone, and like she shined more than she did, and I would have to kind of agree with that. Like she was great in the movie. Are you still there?
Yeah. Did I disappear?
Yeah, you kind of froze for a bit.
Oh.
Okay, so she was on the up and up. Then she stars in 8 Mile, and she starts dating Eminem. Then she starred in that movie with Ashton Kutcher. Then she started dating Ashton Kutcher. But based on that documentary, not that I know her personally, but they're like, Brittany Murphy could never find like true love, and she couldn't find what she was looking for. And then she met this British guy. I think his name was something Jackman, or no, some British guy. I forgot what his name is, but some really skeevy, sketchy guy from England that moved to the U.S. or Hollywood to try to become a popular like screenwriter. He swept her off her feet, and eventually, during that time when she got with him, her career started declining. Yeah, she was in Spun, and I'll talk to you about Spun afterwards. She was in some other movies, but then she started starring in B-roll movies and like stuff that she never imagined to be in because like she wanted to be on the biggest roles out there, not these B-rolls. And people were saying it's because of him, and like he would tell her who she could and couldn't talk to for certain movies. And because of their relationship on Spun, she wasn't high during filming Spun, but after Spun, her and her husband would go and smoke crack or whatever. So her life started declining at that time. So when she was found dead, people were like, whoa, what's happened here? Like, what could it have been? Like, who did this? She couldn't have just died automatically. So when they did the autopsy, first of all, the husband didn't want an autopsy done on her. And when he went on CNN, he was like, oh, I don't want that pristine body. It's so perfect. I don't want people to cut it up. And people are like, what? What are you saying about your wife on national television? Like, that's the reason why you don't want an autopsy done, because you don't want people fucking up with a pristine body. And so people just kept being more and more skeptical of this guy, right? So eventually, the dad starts doing tests on, like, because he's a mobster, right? People were scared of him, so he was trying to get answers. Like, yo, I'm a mobster. I'm gonna get some answers here. So he starts like calling people, and then like calling like DAs and shit. And he gets all these orders or like allowances to do tests on Brittany Murphy's body or whatever, or like the DNA or whatever. So when they do the test on her body, they find that she's got like high levels of metals and stuff in her body, and like different chemicals that come from metals or poisons, or like arsenic. I think the poison's arsenic. So they found that in her body, and he was like, what? Why is there fucking poison in my daughter's body? What? So he's freaking out, but he's not a cop, obviously, so he doesn't know what to do yet. Then, while all this is happening, Brittany Murphy's husband dies. And they're like, what? Brittany Murphy's husband died? Right? So they start investigating that. And when they investigate their house, which, by the way, Botcho, he was still living in the house with Brittany Murphy's mom, right? they're living together. And right when the cops get there, they're like, "What's going on here?" They see Brittany Murphy's mom's stuff. I think it's Suzanne Murphy. I could be wrong, but they find all of her belongings and all of her drugs and all of her stuff in the same bedroom as the husband. So they're sleeping together. They're doing the dirty, and apparently, supposedly, I'm not saying they were, but like, why was her bedroom stuff in the same bedroom as Brittany Murphy's old bedroom? Like, why? What is happening here? So theories started going about that the mom was the one that poisoned both of them because the husband wanted to move to New York, and they wanted to move to New York. Brittany Murphy and the husband wanted to move together to start a new life in New York, have a kid and whatever, and that would mean removing the mom from the equation. So the theories are that the husband, or Brittany Murphy's dad, said, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure my ex-wife poisoned them," but he died last year, so we have never like. It's still an open case, and like they haven't really determined what caused it. And Suzanne, or Brittany Murphy's mom, whatever, she didn't allow the exhuming of Brittany Murphy's body. Why wouldn't you allow it? What's wrong? Why didn't you allow it? Right? So it's very, very highly suspicious of a case, and it's just really unfortunate, like, of a turn. If she had never met that guy, maybe her life wouldn't have been like that. But I'm not gonna spectate on the outcome of her life. But it's just it's just really, really bad.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah. Right? Rising star, and like you met a few bad apples, and then like maybe your mom was a bit weird, but like yeah, it's just it could have been avoided. And so the reason why it even more sucked is because Brittany Murphy, she was anemic, and she also had like pneumonia and stuff like that. She was kind of like sick from flu-like symptoms. And the husband never brought her to the hospital. He would just keep getting he kept getting more and more drugs from the pharmacy to kind of like, cover it up or whatever. But like, had she gone to the hospital sooner, maybe they could have saved her better or something. I don't know how to explain it, but like, he neglected bringing her to the hospital. He just said, "Oh, whatever. I'll just get more drugs to pump her full of drugs to get better." But no, you should have brought her to the hospital, bro. Like, you fucker. Ah, but yeah, it does suck, man. Did you follow Brittany Murphy?
Downer.
Sorry, but did you follow lots of Brittany Murphy movies, like, at all?
I mean, I've seen all the movies you mentioned except for Spun, but I mean, I remember, like, when she passed, being like, who is that? Until, like, when I realized who she was, being like, oh, wow, shit. So, I mean, I wasn't, like, following her like crazy, but...
I mean, I didn't follow her like crazy
enough
either.
to be really surprised by it. I was really surprised by it.
Yeah, lots of people in Hollywood were. Like, yeah, she's a 32-year-old that dies randomly, but it was really that guy, man. Something about that relationship fucked with her. Because if you watch the documentary, I know documentaries have a slant, and documentaries have a certain way of editing or whatever, or telling a story. But like, if you just see the footage, like, one of the weird things he did is he invited the newscast, like, I forgot what channel it was or what show it was, but like, after Brittany Murphy died, he invited this television show into their household to look at all Brittany Murphy's stuff and to look at all the places that they share together. And like, at one point, he gets onto the piano and starts smoking a cigar and playing the piano. He's like, "Oh yeah, this is where Brittany Murphy and I used to fall asleep. She would fall asleep on my lap, and I'd play music for her." And he would like go into her closet and show off all of her Louis Vuitton and Chanel and whatever, and like just show off all of her clothes. And, "Oh, this shirt's $1,000. No. It's like, that's fucking weird, bro. What are you doing? This is so strange." So it was just his actions after she died that even added more to the mystery. Like, is that the guy you were with? Like, he's weird, right? He's creepy. You should watch the documentary. It's fucking very... I mean, I just told you everything that happened, but like, You don't know. But Spud.
What platform is it on?
YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
So you could watch it. Everybody could watch
You know
it.
you know what the bad thing about our conversations is that after I talk to you, I have all this homework.
Wow. You say that like it's a bad thing. I'm telling you the things to do and watch, and you trust me, right?
Yeah, of course. Of course. I just mean like, I'm like, how am I gonna fucking do all this?
Well,
Jeez.
hey, we talked to each other.
I
What?
still haven't finished The Last Dance.
Oh my god, The Last Dance is so good. What episode are you on?
I have no idea.
But what happened?
I'd have to check. I have to check Grandma's. Well, he's in like his spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoilers
He's
to whoever's
in his,
listening.
like, he's gambling.
Oh.
His gambling like bad. His father just passed away.
Oh,
That's like Grandma.
that was
Father
dramatic.
passed
That's
away.
fucked.
I didn't remember his father being murdered. Was I like, what the fuck? Did you remember that?
No, I had no idea.
Me either. Holy
Well,
fucking shit. His dad was murdered?
yeah.
For what? For real? Because he was like Michael Jordan's dad? Or that's another mystery.
Well, they theorized it was just a random murder because they had no idea who he was. I don't think.
That's what's even worse. It was like for nothing, for scraps from his fucking car.
Damn.
That's awful. Awful. I can't believe what we killed people over.
Ugh. Yeah, I know. But don't you just love that show? I mean, it's still a good, really good documentary. But like, one of the things that cheesed me a little bit is like, when you're watching something, I mean, it's typical fashion of television or storytelling. But like, right now in the storyline, 1997, no, the playoffs, no, is it gonna be MJ's final game, no. But let's go back to 1986. It's like, I don't want to go back. I don't care about a shoe deal. I don't care. Do you feel that way?
I don't like how it jumps from year to year.
It's
Because
too.
I'm like,
It was too
what?
much. It's too jarring.
I'm fucking lost. I don't remember. Wait, was that when he was 2? Was that when he was 25? I can't.
No, it's true. It's too much. It was too all over the place. But like, funnily enough, I ordered the Raptors championship documentary, and like when I was watching it, I was like, oh man, I wish this was more edited like The Last Dance, because it doesn't go back and forth through like years or whatever per se. It goes kind of chronologically from when the Raptors started all the way to the championship. But like, what it did weird is that a lot of the footage is slow motion. Even during the game, the game footage is slow motion. So when like Kawhi's doing the shot or like Lowry's doing his shot, it's all slow motion. But then the newscasters are still doing the regular audio.
Like slow motion of their moves or slow motion of the ball?
Of their moves. No, it's like, it was of their moves, dude. And it's like not of their moves. And it's like, why is everything slow motion? Because I don't know what the editing or the media wording is or editing wording is, but like, you want to see exactly what you saw when you're watching it from TV, right? Not the whole. Oh, so just to give you context, all the shots are slow motion, but they're under the rim. So it's not the way I remembered it. I remember seeing it on TV. I remember seeing it in person. Like, why are all the footage under the rim? Why are they all slow motion? I don't understand this. So it was very jarring for me watching that compared to The Last Dance. But again, it's not an ESPN documentary. ESPN is like a juggernaut of editing or like sports storytelling. But it just kind of sucked because it didn't give me the same good vibes because of the editing, I guess.
Yeah, the thing about The Last Dance is like, I'm getting all of this information about Michael Jordan, and if somebody was like, hey, so like, tell me about Michael Jordan and his career, I'd be like, I don't fucking know. Like, it went this way, it went that way, it went down.
No.
I really have just because of how much it jumps. Like, I'm like, I can't remember the timeline. It's frustrating a little bit, but yeah, it's really good. The soundtrack's really good. I love like all the classic hip hop that's in it. Whew, spicy, and like
Yeah, so
I
spicy.
Like, his bits.
His
Oh
what?
my
Oh yeah.
goodness.
The his style during the his style for the Olympics, the hat and like the shirts he was wearing. I was like, holy fuck! I want that shirt. I want that hat. No, you're right. His fit is fucking sick.
Or how he did the flag over his shoulder to
Yeah.
cover up the Reebok logo.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, he's spicy.
No, for sure. He was.
Spicy.
I don't know how to put it, but I think going back to your point, like the way I would explain it was that like MJ had the world in his hand. He knew what he was doing, and like the way he's been able to control his image and his brand even up until today. It's like, whoa, man, this guy knows how to play the world, right? He knew what he was doing. He's a smart fucking guy, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's what I would say. He's a larger than life guy. Still to this day, he's larger than life, and like he just knew how to play the world, and not play the world in a bad way. He just knew what the world needed to see from him. He knew he knew what was important for the world. He knew what was important to show off and to give back, right? Fuck, man. I wish I was. Imagine being our age now to see him then. Oh, that would be so cool.
I'm constantly thinking about that. I'm constantly thinking about these legends and like a history that we're gonna like the saying, you know, I wish I knew the good old days before I already left them.
From The Office.
However the saying from The Office, that's way older than that. That's like that's a saying.
Oh really? No, because Andy, he's like, I wish we knew we were happy. I wish we knew the good old days were happening when when they were happening, or something like that.
Yeah, it's a classic saying.
Mm.
So I think about that all the time, like the Raptors winning the championship. Like, fuck, we were part of that history,
Yeah.
or even just now, just with, like this pandemic. Like, what?
Yeah.
I lived through a pandemic. Me?
Yeah, when we're 60 or whatever, and being like, telling our grandkids, "Oh yeah, we lived through a pandemic. You're gonna live through your own soon, huh?" You know, it's gonna happen again.
Or the internet, even.
We're always gonna have the internet, but like, I mean,
I know, but through like what we've seen with the internet and dial-up and cables, and it's pretty bonkers all that we've seen. GPS? Holy fuck. Do you remember printing out maps?
Yeah. I remember going to a few birds' houses one time, or a few times, and I had to print the map to get to their house in Mississauga.
Map quest.
Yeah. I remember. I would stop once in a while to look at my map. Like, I'd pull over in a parking lot and look at the map. Okay, right there and left at there. Got it. Me. I do the two moves, and then I park again. Left there and another left there. Got it. I drive again. It was the worst.
We had like a book that was like a map. I can't remember if it must have been of just the city in like in the car all the time. And I remember like my parents like referencing it, and like, or do you remember looking shit up in fucking encyclopedias, going to the back, looking in the index for the thing, and then finding the thing and reading about it? Like, what the fuck? Now it's just
Not really. I don't recall the encyclopedia one too much. No. I think we had Encarta. We had like Encarta on a computer disc. We had it in a CD-ROM. Yeah. So it wasn't that, but like, No, I remember. Damn.
Well, in textbooks we used to do that too, right? Look to
Oh
the
yeah.
back.
What is your earliest internet memory?
Oh my God, Spice Girls. That's all I would do is go and look up Spice Girls things, and they would take so long to load. It was like line by line, and I would like wait, like really excited. But I used to go into chat rooms as a kid, which how the fuck did anyone let that happen? And it was so silly. I used to like, because I wanted to be Spice Girl so bad, pretend that I was a 12-year-old cheerleader and I was blonde and like, whoever wants to talk to me, I'm like Spice Girls #1 fan. I'm so rad, which is silly. I don't know why I ever wanted those things. And in Canada, well, at least where the city I grew up in was not very. I didn't know a single cheerleader, so why was that such a want for me? But
You were brainwashed by the media.
yeah, I was brainwashed by the media at like 10 years old, and I think my chat name was like Bunton because Emma from the Spice Girls last name is Bunton. And Neopet.
But the most distinctive and vivid ones is the chat rooms are all like ASL, age, sex, location. You know, I would fuck with lots of stupidity in those rooms. I was honest about who I was. I never like said I was a cheerleader or whatever. But like I remember talking a bunch. I remember talking to a bunch of girls though. But like now, knowing what I know now about the world, they could have been dudes, man. They could have been 50-year-old men, right? Right. So it's like,
well, I mean, I
man.
was definitely not a cheerleader.
Yeah. So that's exactly. It's like. What was I saying? Yeah, so I was always saying I was a 16-year-old boy. I was truthful about who I was. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I was financed by a bunch of 50-year-old men. Ew.
Gross.
Grossness.
I lied to my mom, but she always knew I was lying. She always knew. I lied about such stupid fucking shit. Such stupid shit I'd lie about. That was like so obviously a lie. Like my family, they were business owners when I was growing up, and we had one of our businesses was a grocery store. And so there's like the office, and the office is basically at the front of the store, which is there's a closed door to get in, and then there's the entire grocery store. And I'd always hang out in the office, you know, because you're a kid, you can't really do much. So while your parents are working and doing their thing, we're like hanging out in the office, watching TV or whatever. And there was a pair of glasses in that room, and they were my mom's or somebody who worked there. So they were adult glasses, and I was probably about 4 or 5. And so I put the glasses on, and I like came out, and one of the workers was like, "Are those yours?" And I was like, "They're mine."
You're a kid.
Then my mom like sees me, and she like smacks me on the head, and she's like, "Take those off, we're gonna ruin your eyes." I was like, mortified. Very like, of course the clerk knew they weren't mine, right? Because they were huge on this little tiny head.
Yeah.
But me, like, oh my god, my mom is so embarrassing. Now she knows that those aren't my glasses, and I look silly. So stupid. So stupid.
Aw. Are those the same glasses you're wearing now?
Yeah, these are them.
You grew into them.
I wore them until I believed they were mine.
Until your eyes are bad enough to have to wear them. That's what you... Oh, nailed it. I'm pretty sure.
I have a memory of there was this guy, Romeo.
Romeo, little Romeo.
And we were outside during recess, and when the bell rings, you have to line up. So we were like in line, and we were like discussing how much Halloween candy we got that year. He's like, "Oh, I got like so much candy. I got almost 2 bags." And then I was like, "Oh, I got 3 bags." He's like, "I got 2 pillowcases." And I was like, "I got so much candy, it filled my room." No, it fucking did not. You got 1 bag, you little bitch.
Oh,
Stop
man.
lying, you know?
That reminds me of, it wasn't me that lied, but this Filipino guy in elementary school, one of my friends named Laszlo, he was like, "Hey, Clifford, I just got Nintendo 64." And Clifford was like, "Oh, yeah? I just got Nintendo 69." So, and like, I remember hearing that story, and I died. I just died. I'm like, what? There is no Nintendo 69, Clifford. I don't know. That's my favorite memory of someone else lying.
Well, I had someone come to my house, like, for my birthday party, and he had, like, one of those, like, big tube TVs that has, like, 2 heavy, like, bass speakers that are attached to it, and it's, like, huge, like, your arm span, and it was a huge tube TV. Oh, my God, it was so big, and probably could have sunk a hole through the floor. But this guy came to my birthday party, and he's like, "Is that your TV?" I was like, "Yeah." Mine's way bigger than that. My parents' house is way bigger than this. I was like, I was offended, but I didn't understand why I should be offended.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know people that we had to have bigger things than other people.
Right.
That was such a why did we have to have you had to have more. You had to have more than me. I had to have more than you. You had to have a bigger thing. I had to have a bigger thing. Why? It's so silly. So silly.
No, I remember that feeling too. It wasn't like I never really called into question what I had growing up, but I think what I started to notice is that when I went to my friends' houses that were obviously more well off, I was like, "Oh, wow. People live in houses like this? Wow, like people have toys, this many toys compared to how many toys I have." I never felt like I had to have more, but I was like, "Oh, I didn't know people could have this many things," right? Wow. And I never felt a little sense of envy per se. I was just like, "Okay, so I could have more for myself if I wanted more." I think I kind of viewed it in a more positive way, not a comparative way, which is kind of interesting as a kid. I'm like, I can have more if I wanted. Right? So let me try to work to have more.
I like seeing people that were like, I don't know. I guess I felt comforted by people who had less than I, because I felt like that was okay. I remember thinking, "Wow, this person is so great and so nice, and look at what they have. Like, everything's okay. Everything is okay."
I remember when I was a kid, I was like probably the same age. No, I was like in grade 7. I don't know, grade 6 or grade 7. I was at a Pacific Mall, and they were selling like boba or bubble tea, tapioca, like still not cooked yet, but just the powder form in bags. And I went ahead and like was smushing the tapioca balls in the bag still before they were sold. And so the guy was like, hey, you can't do that. You can't. What are you doing? So my mom was there, and she had to pay the guy like 15 cents to make up for the bubble tea. And I'm like, now that I think about it, it wasn't 15 cents. It was 0.00015 cents, guy. Like, what the? You finessed my mom, bro. I should go back and fuck that guy up, man. Like, he fucking hustled my mom, man, for 15 cents. I'm like, this is not 15 cents now that I think about it. But, like, she was super mad at me about that. But, you know, we're kids, man. Here's a funny question I want to ask you. Now that we have been a few weeks with our dumb purchases, what is, in fact, the dumbest thing you bought during quarantine? After reflecting on all this time.
The dumbest. Trying to think, like, I feel like none of my purchases have been dumb per se. However, what have I gotten that like hasn't really worked or that I don't like? I have to pull up my email and see what I've ordered.
That's fine.
Okay, let me check. Oh, I don't know. I guess maybe the jumpsuit that doesn't fit me at all.
Yeah, what'd you end up doing with that?
I'm just keeping it like as a spare, like Christmas or birthday gift for somebody. I got a bunch of eyelashes. I have nowhere to go, but I bought a bunch of fake fucking eyelashes. Haven't worn a pair of fake eyelashes in over 15 years, but for some reason, now's the time to buy them, I guess. Hi. How about you?
Okay, so initially the first thing that I bought that I thought was dumb, even though I paid $4.49 USD for it, was a Switch. I thought it was dumb at first, but not. After thinking about it, like, and after having it for like March, April, May, for about 3 months now, I'm loving the Switch, and I can't believe it took so long to buy it. Actually, like, I should have bought the Switch years ago. But whatever, like, it's paying off in dividends, and like, it's actually been more expensive now. Like, you can like on eBay, it's like $4.99 USD or like $5.49 USD. So I still, in some ways, still bought it cheaper than whatever the value of it was. But I think the dumbest thing that I bought recently that is still dumb now, probably the chalkboard thing I bought. Like, I know it's only $14 USD, and yeah, it's on my door now. It's a good like place to write on, but it doesn't work well. Like, there's lots of bubbles on it. Like, it bubbles up. It's like a vinyl, and it has an adhesive, but like it still bubbles up. I'm like, why is it bubbling up? Fuck. And I think
I got the marble contact paper for my desk, and it bubbles up sometimes.
Okay.
And it looks so good if there was no bubbles.
Exactly.
But
if there was no bubbles, it'd be perfect. But there are bubbles, right? So I think it's either that or well, I returned the leopard shirt, the leopard button up, so that doesn't count. Yeah, I think it's the chalkboard. I think. Stupid bubbly boy. What'd you have for dinner?
I haven't yet.
What? Why not? You have $500 to spend.
Because I had lunch and then I just worked straight. So, when?
Did I tell you I'm not going to go back to the office till next year? And that fucks with my head. Yeah. That fucks with my head. A year. Well, pretty much, I've been pretty much at home since moving to LA. Because it started in March. So if I'm not going back to the office until January or February, good lord. That sucks. So that's why I need that San Diego vacation. That's why I want to drive up and down PCH. I need to do something to just...
It's kind of cool that you at least know now, though. Like, at least now you have a timeline where, as before it was too much uncertainty. Now it's like, wow, you can, like, fuck off for that long. You still have to work, but, like, you know.
Yeah, I don't have to be in LA, right? I can work from somewhere else if I wanted. I don't know where that's going to be yet. Yeah, that'd be nice. I was thinking about going back to Vegas, but I don't want to jeopardize my mom. I went to my cousin's house a few days ago, which was good to see other people and to be able to connect with people. But even that to me was taboo. I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't go because like they've got an elderly woman there who's in her 60s. I don't want to get her sick. She's my aunt.
Yeah, absolutely.
But she seems to be fine.
It's weird. Like, I mean, I know there's I know it's like a huge problem everywhere else, but my city is like pretty good right now. Like, we have 14 active cases right now.
Wow.
14, 1-4.
That's really good.
So.
Did you see the pictures of Trinity Bellwoods?
Yeah, it looks like Coachella.
Toronto, why do you do? Why do you do?
Because they're all in fucking, like, I mean, I know it's terrible, but they're all in fucking high rises and like going batshit crazy, and it's like, wow, I can go outside. Yeah, I'm gonna go. And then once you're there, it's like, wow, there's a lot of people here, but fuck it. Because not that I don't agree with it, but like, get it, man. It's fucking hard.
I get it.
I miss my.
Yeah, I get it, and it wasn't like it was any better here. People were like flocking to the beaches, like nothing was happening. So I get it. It's not just Toronto, but I don't know. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Like, yeah, even going down to Long Beach tomorrow for to see someone. That's gonna be taboo. It's gonna be weird, but if I don't do something like that, the long-term effect will have an impact eventually. So it's like you have to find the right balance of it. As long as you're being responsible, but lots of those people weren't being responsible, right?
Yeah, like it's like, is the person you're seeing, have they been quarantining this whole time?
I don't know. I'll need to find that out.
Yeah, because if like she has and you have, like, you haven't been going anywhere, and the chances are very low. Still exist, but
I know. So what are you gonna do on Sunday? And let's talk about Spun. Let me read the description to you. Right?
No, I wanna watch it.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm gonna read it to you first just so you know what it's about, because I haven't seen it since I was in high school. But so it stars Jason Schwartzman, who's a fucking genius when it comes to trippy movies, Brittany Murphy, John Leguizamo, and Mickey Rourke. So 3 days of epic 3 days of epic drug binging become a meth-induced odyssey for college dropout Ross when he becomes a local crystal meth cook's personal driver in exchange for free drugs. Bouncing from one bizarre situation to another, Ross slowly slips deeper and deeper into the crazy anonymous world of speed freaks in which there exists no boundaries or morality. With an all-star cast... Okay, it just talks about the cast. Get ready to see the city through eyes that can't sleep. It's Spun. Yo, Spun is so good. Don't yawn! Don't yawn at me! I got it from Cash Converters. Do you ever Cash Converters? Probably not.
No.
But the girl from American Pie is in it.
I feel like I remember this movie.
Yo, the editing, the effects, oh, so good. I'm probably gonna watch it later because it's only 9 o'clock here and it's like 11 for you there. But
I know, I'm getting sleepy.
Oh no, I'm only 2 beers in. How many beers in are you with?
2.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna get a third.
Alright, sorry if I took long.
It's okay. What snack did you get?
Carrots and hummus with tzatziki?
That's not a snack.
What do you mean?
That's Healthy McGee.
Well, I had like a bag of ketchup chips right before this.
What were we oh yeah, snack. Oh, ketchup chips. Wait, hold on. Muffins. Ah, muffins. Do you have a favorite muffin?
I love blueberry. When I was a little kid, my mom would give me blueberry muffins and I'd take like parts of it and roll it up into a ball and then eat those tiny little balls, and they're so delicious.
Dude, I didn't even...
chocolate chip, cranberry lemon, fucking carrot. I'm fucking about that life. Give it to me.
And there's only 2 locations left for muffins, and that's just like, because it's very nostalgic for me. I remember the muffins at like Eden Center, at Union Station. It was just a staple, and like, it's changed now. It's not that popular anymore, and it just makes me so sad. But I'm gonna try to make cheddar cheese muffins. That's my favorite one.
Cheddar cheese. I don't even remember the flavors, TBH.
It was like sweet and salt. It was like sweet and savory. It was like, oh yes, good combo. But it was very subtle. It wasn't too overpowering. It's not like you're eating nachos. You knew you were eating a muffin, but it was like cheddar cheese. Like what? I gotta make that. I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna make that. Yeah.
Where are the muffins now?
There's still 2 locations in Toronto, but I think they're like in like Markham and like, I don't know, Richmond Hill or something. Not the big locations anymore. It's not like a Cinnabon success story, which is really crappy because it's as good. It's like really good, right? I don't get it. Why? Oh well.
Did you ever do Cookies by George?
No.
That's a shame.
Is that a winner? Is that like a? Where is that?
That's a Canada thing, I think.
Cookies by George, eh? Dude, the first thing I'm gonna eat when I get out of when quarantine's over is a Cinnabon.
I've never had it.
What, dude?
You don't have it here.
Ah, that sucks. Fuck. I should have. If I had known when you were visiting Toronto, I would have taken you. Oh my god, Cinnabon is so good. And it's only good in like once in a while. You can't have it every day. It's like a once a month or once a year thing. But it's so money. Oh my god, Cinnabon is so good.
Lex was crazy for Cinnabon.
Yeah, he knows. He gets it.
He
Ooh.
fucking loves it, man. He could like eat that shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That kid loves cinnamon.
Did he drink it with? Did he eat it with milk?
I don't know.
Yo, with milk.
Yeah.
With milk is like, yes, yes, so good. Oh my god, that's the first thing I'm gonna do or eat when I get out of quarantine, or when this is all done. Actually, in LA, it's being lifted. We're allowed to go back to stores soon. We're allowed to go back to malls soon. Actually, not soon. We are. We just have to practice social distancing. But I'm gonna wait a bit still. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, time to go outside and have fun. Like, I'm gonna wait. But Cinnabon, what's the first thing you're gonna eat out of quarantine? I know you're not. You go in and out because you work at a hospital or whatever. But like, what's the first restaurant you want to go to or thing you want to eat then?
I want a drink.
Yep. That's a good answer too. Like a pint and like a pitcher.
I want a nice, crisp, cold pint.
Yeah. And not only that, but a nice waitress to serve it to you, or waiter, to serve it to you. Thank you, good madam or sir.
Like the condensation, like dripping off the glass because it's so cold.
And you gotta drink it quickly before it warms up.
Oh, like food-wise, I mean, I've been eating everything. I don't necessarily. I've also realized there isn't a restaurant that I'm like super hype about right now.
Okay, well the reason why I'm hyped up about Cinnabon is because it's only in malls, and malls are closed, so that's the reason why. Like,
Right.
if it was available, I would just order it, but it's not because they're all closed off right now.
Our malls are open again.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, you've only got 14 cases. Holy fuck. That's good.
Mm-hmm. So I don't even have my passport right now. Oh, here's a funny thing. So I went to go renew my driver's license, and I was so excited because the pictures are taken every 5 years.
Yeah.
And mine is just, it is bad. It's a terrible photo. Like, my hair was up at like work all day, so when I put it down, it was kind of like in it had like a little indentation like this.
Yeah, okay.
and I blinked. So one eye was like closed and one eye was open. And I asked him because I felt that I blinked, and I was like, "Did I blink?" And he's like, "No, it's good." And I was like, "All right, that's good then." It was terrible, and so I had to wait 5 years to get this new picture. So I was like, "Oh, today, let's go, let's go. Put on my lipstick, we'll get my eyelash. Let's fucking go." So I go to like renew my license, and they're like, "Oh, we're not renewing pictures right now." And it's like, "What?" They're like, because of COVID. So because of COVID, we're like, social distancing, not like getting in the booths to take the photos. I was like, so I can like renew my license later? They're like, "No, we renew your license now. We just use the same picture."
Oh no, that sucks. I'm sorry. 5 more years. Oh.
And it's not just me either. Like when I go to buy booze or anything, I've had people been like, "Ooh, not a good day, was it?"
Assholes.
Or like they'll do double takes, like.
Yeah. Oh
like,
no.
It's me.
It's me. Oh man, that sucks. Well, whatever. It's just a license. Who cares? It's not like it's your freaking profile picture on Facebook or Instagram. Who cares?
Still, man, people see that picture a lot. You know when it's the worst is when you're at the club and they like put it in the little scanner and it shows up like all big on that fucking TV when you have a line of people behind you. It's just like,
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
No.
No.
Here they like put it in like a little scanner, and then it shows up on this TV where they can like actually inspect it. Like it's like big, it's like a flat screen, and God, all the people in line, you're just like trying to like stand in front of the TV.
Just put your arms up like you're not. No, you can't see this. Aw, well, so
and my passport photo is like fucking mint. And for some reason, when I got my passport, I think because it was cheaper, they're like 5 years or 10 years. I was like 5, please. And then I'm like, why? My passport picture's beautiful, gorgeous. Like you have to see it. Let's see if I have it easy access, I'll show you my passport.
Well, this is what you do, man. Next time you're taking your passport photo, make sure before that you have your actual passport photo printed on a big like life size ratio picture, and then when they're filming or when they're shooting, you just you put your picture up quickly, and then you put it down. So they're not gonna say anything.
All right, this is my passport photo.
Ooh, that is a nice photo.
It's a gorgeous photo.
I'd swipe right on that.
Okay, but now.
Aw, no. How long ago was that?
My passport?
Yeah.
That was like 5 years ago.
It's better than
now
mine.
This.
That looks fine, man. What the fuck?
Look at my eyes.
It's not focusing.
It's terrible.
It looks fine. No, I think it looks fine.
You lie to me.
No, I don't, dude. It looks fine. On my passport photo, it looks like I'm wearing a hat. Because the way that the guy cut my hair, he was not a fader or barber of any caliber that I'm used to. He just like shaved, went straight up, and like didn't fade anything. So the hair on the top was like I'm wearing a hat. Let me show you. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Look at that hat. What a dumb hat. Idiot. Why didn't he cut my hair better? What an idiot. But mine's going until
Well,
2025.
now I'm scared. I'm scared because that's such a beautiful passport photo, and am I ever gonna look like that ever again?
I mean, the reality is that we're never gonna we're never gonna look the same way that we did 5 or 10 years ago. I don't have a dumb hat anymore.
I mean, I'm gonna, for my next passport photo, which is now, it's due. I'm gonna, when the things open up, I'm gonna like go take a picture. If it's shit, I'm gonna go somewhere else, take the picture. I'm gonna keep taking the picture until I get a perfect picture. And only then will I get my passport.
Nice. When you're getting your
And I'm
new...
getting it for 10 years.
Yeah, because mine's not due until 2025. I also got it for 10 years. But when you're getting your new license is when I'm going to get my new passport. And like, do I go back to Canada for that? Or do I just go to somewhere here? Fuck, I don't know. Fuck.
Oh, good question.
Fuck. Here's a funny one. If we're sharing pictures from like our old photos or from our old cards, I got really fat for some reason in 2017. So...
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, this is 2 years after X Factor. So maybe you just said, you know what? I'm sad. Of like, gobble, gobble, gobble. So maybe, I don't know, but wow. That's my worst photo, now that I think about it. That was when I let myself go. And now that if we're looking at old photos, oh man, that was a nice photo actually. But my hair is also a hat there. Hat head.
Hair.
Hat hair. Hat hair. I'm hungry now.
Oh my god, I was just using my little carrots as spoons, essentially. And
Dude.
eating like globs of hummus.
I noticed. I just didn't want to say anything. I'm like, that's a lot of sauce. That's a lot of dip there.
So good. It was so good. I'm not even, the carrots are just there, you know? They're just what carries the pound of hummus to my mouth.
Oh wait. So I bought something else it wasn't that bad, but let me show you. So I was looking at hats the other day, and this hat, yeah. It was on sale for $15, and I'm like, $15? That's a steal. I know it's US, but like, it's something because I sometimes see the 1992 Blue Jays. So I'm showing a hat of the Raptors championship. You see the 1992 and 1991 Blue Jays World Series stuff. I'm like, man, I was too young to acknowledge that. I was too young to even care. But now at our age, it's like, yo, I'm gonna hold on to this hat for fucking years, right? Like, this is just gonna be with me. So yeah, I'm putting it on now.
Where'd you get it?
I got it from Lids, cause I mean Lids here in the States at least, they're getting rid of all their, I guess, their overstock of Raptors championship gear, because what is the US gonna do with it? Haha, US. What is the US gonna do with it? So I lucked out. And I don't know if you're interested, check it out. Maybe it's on sale still in the US, the Canadian shop. You have some money to spend now.
Shop's gonna be like a lot more of a
$80.
You know.
Yeah, I should check.
And people are gonna reach for that more than they.
That's true.
Also, hats don't look good on me.
Well, it doesn't have to be a hat. It could be a shirt or like a sweater. Let me see. Do you have any Peace Collective stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember it was so weird, like, excuse me. Oh yeah, it's $35 Canadian. It's on sale from $47 a hat. But like some of the shirts, no, some of the championship gear is still on sale. Because Peace Collective, for us Canadians, we get it. We understand what it is, right? But someone was over and she saw my bed sheets because I have the Peace Collective Homeless Canada bed sheets, and she's like, haha, do you need a reminder where you're from? Haha. Like, you dumbass. No, it's a Peace Collective thing. It's a Toronto thing, and she just
It's a rap.
it's
It's
a
a rap
rap.
where you're
Yeah,
from.
what? Haha, you need to remember where you're from. Yes, that's why I bought the bed sheets. You dumbo.
They have a new one. It's like a forest green, just basic t-shirt, and then on it stitched in gold is Winnipeg in like vintage fonts, and I was just like,
Ooh.
oh, I'm like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I need it, I need it.
Do it, dude. Yo,
I guess I can now. Maybe
yeah,
I'll
you
get that
can.
tonight.
Yeah, you can. What am I? I don't know. Online shopping. Actually, it's funny because during quarantine, my online shopping was very high at first, for clothes, that is. But then I slowly transitioned more to buying stuff for my condo, and I feel like that's the better sell. Those are the things that I can use now. Clothes are like, when am I gonna use this shirt, or who am I gonna wear this at, or whatever. But I mean, I'm wavy.
I'm writing all the stuff I want to buy down.
Nice. I want to go to Peace Select to see if they have a sale. They ship pretty quickly to Canada. Sorry, to LA, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, Canada. I don't know. When I was on Peace Collective last time, I thought about buying more Raptors hoodies, but I already have a Raptors hoodie. I don't know. I'll check. All Saints is still having a sale, though. Let me check All Saints. So, yeah. Oh, 30% off sale. 30% off sale is still not good enough sale.
That's what they have right now?
Yeah, that's shit. It has to be at least 50% off, I think. Not Peace Collective, All Saints. But I think a proceed.
Oh, so good. I'm gonna show it to you.
I think a proceed of Peace Collective sales goes to like charity or something, which is a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, it goes to charity, and it goes to like a local charity.
Whoa, is that
Which
gangster?
really cool.
Is that gangster font?
So good.
It's gangster font. Wait, no, it's not.
It's like serif.
Ooh.
I need it.
Aw, underscore Winnipeg.
Home is.
Oh! I don't know. It's blurry. Underscore Winnipeg. Yeah.
Nice. It's so nice.
So remember my knife set that I bought?
Yar.
Whenever there's pressure on the actual knife, it bends into the plastic handle. So I'm like, it's not a bad purchase. I still use it, but it's like the knives are bending into the plastic. So I don't know. That's just like, wigs me out. So I don't want to spend.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend more money on a better knife set, but also I don't want to cut my hand off. So like, what do I do? But I mean, I also lucked out by getting those free bar stools and those free chests from that lady downstairs. So like, you know, you win some, you lose some. I won some of those chests.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with that stuff?
I put the chest at the base of my bed, and I put all my bed sheets and my blankets and pillows in there. I put the other chest next to my TV or my telly, and I don't know. My new desk is coming in on Monday, and I know I made a joke about being a cramped looking ass on my on WhatsApp, but it really was cramped. I was like trying to find spots for space. I'm gonna put my iPad here, and then my AirPods here. Okay, and I was working like this, just like, yay, getting work done. I'm like, oh, I need more space. This is not adequate, and it's mainly just for laptops. Like, I don't know. I know I have a laptop, but like my old desk was just too cramped. So I'm not salty or sad about investing more money in a bigger desk. But back to your question, like, I don't know. The two chests that I buy on my TV now, like, there's nothing in them. They're more just for display. But one of the other mini chests, because there's a 4 set chest, which apparently costs $200. She told me. Um, the miniest chest, I put all my like video game stuff in there, and I put it on my coffee table. So I'm like, okay, cool. I got a use for that. So I love her. She's a pretty righteous chick, but like she was talking a lot about. She's one of those like talkative people, and I guess she was just happy to talk to somebody. So she kept talking and talking and talking and talking to me about it. She's like, "Oh yeah, I bought this from like whatever store, and like the paint's fading, so now I gotta paint it." So like, you know what? You know that's a good way to paint it. Put a sponge and dip it in paint, and sponge, 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 dip, dip, dip. I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? Like, let me get out of here. But she kept going on and on. But I was like, you know what, Julius? This is the price you pay for free. So I'm listening. I'm like, cool, cool. That's nice. Oh yeah, I can do that. I can do that too. I don't know. We'll see tonight. I might be haunted. I might get like, I don't know, something bad to me might happen to me tonight. But it was cool.
There's this filter on TikTok
Oh.
that is supposed to capture energy, and so if you put it on a person, it like glows, and like you like put like your hand, and it'll capture your hand. So I don't know how the fuck it knows, because like we tried it with our elbow, and it was like capturing like, you know, like just our elbow in frame, and it like captures that's life. So a lot of people on TikTok like use it for ghost hunting, and like it's always like going off during certain things.
Yeah.
I don't know. It definitely can tell things that are like living, because it can tell like our elbow, right? It can tell like dogs and cats. So Megan and I went ghost hunting in the old abandoned building of our work. Was it today or yesterday? But we couldn't find anything. It was fucking blank the whole time. Like, what? We went to like 2 different units. We went in all the different bedrooms. We went everywhere. The dining rooms. Not a single soul was lurking.
Are you saying that there was just no ghost there, or that the TikTok app is not working for you? Like, what are you saying?
That there's no ghost there at that time.
I don't believe in ghosts, and I think it's just like, I was talking to somebody else recently. I forgot who it was. I think it was my cousins, but I was talking about ghosts and UFOs, and like,
I don't believe in ghosts either, FYI, but I would like to. I would love to.
I just don't. There's like, it's hard for me to understand the possibility of ghosts, just because of like, if it's not proven by science, then it's bunk, whatever. But not only that, all the ghost stories that we hear, and sorry if I'm going to get all Seinfeld territory with you right now, or like stand-up comic territory with you right now, but all the ghosts that we hear about are all old school and like just ancient. And I know Aziz Ansari mentions this, but like, why aren't there any more modern ghosts? Like, what's your Wi-Fi? Like, why are they always in the 20s or the 1800s or whatever? Why aren't there any more modern ghosts? Which is true. But also with UFOs, same thing is, it's like, why are all the UFOs over deserted areas of water and only like pilots see them? And the footage that was released by the government recently in the US or whatever, it shows UFOs, yes, but they're all like in deserted areas. Why aren't there ever UFOs showing up at Hermosa Beach or Santa Monica Beach or Venice Beach? So it's like, all those stories, not to get all nutter about it, but like all the stories about ghosts and aliens are just, I don't know. I think they're just ways to keep people in check, to keep people scared about something. Why aren't the ghost stories like, why aren't the ghosts showing up at malls? Or why aren't the ghosts or UFOs showing up at protests? Right? Why are they always in abandoned areas and like scary, isolated areas? It doesn't make any sense to me. So
yeah, ghosts are probably not real. However, aliens are real.
Aliens are real? I don't know.
The chances of life existing are too high because it's too big. There's too much for us to be the only things.
You're right, and I don't think that in distant galaxies that there is no other life, but the reality is that it's so far that we'll never know. 100
Hey, don't
years.
say that. Don't say that. Like, think about right now when we're in cars and we're telling the car to tell us where to go, and our cars are like little robots and being like, turn left, blah blah. We thought that was futuristic 10 years ago. We thought that we would never see that. We would never see talking cars. We would never be able to talk on screen.
Wow.
Remember, this is Jetsons shit. Like, talking in real time with a visual of what you look like. We might not see it, but our kids might, or our kids' kids might.
Yeah, but I think the technology aspect of things is, you're right. Like, technology's come a long way, but I mean, like, the technology to look into other galaxies is very far from our lifetime, and
Oh, Party Pooper!
I'm so well. Actually, I went to a what are they called again? Those space things and the lights.
Sounds like you didn't go. Again. You didn't fucking learn shit.
I'm wavy right now, dude. It's where those stars are. Not terrarium. That's a fucking plant thing. Planetarium. Nailed it. So I've been to planetarium.
Everybody's been to a planetarium.
Yeah, but hold on. Hold on. So the exhibit.
You know, get up your face.
The thing they showed me was like they started at Earth and they kept drawing by like every 1,000 kilometers back into other galaxies, into different parts of the world, or the galaxy, or the viewable space area, and they went all the way back into, like, I don't know, like 1 billion kilometers away, and there's nothing in our lifetime that can get to that. Like, if any cameras or telescopes were to see that far, they're not there yet. So even to see if anything's happening there, we'll never know, because it's that far. It's that far in distance, and the speed in which scientists are trying to find technology to see that, it's not like that quickly. Right? It's not going really fast, so we may never see it, and I think that's sad to me.
Technology still is so fast. We might not ever see it, but we might, because like every time I get a new phone or see old Facebook photos, I'm like, look at that grainy piece of shit fucking photo. I thought that shit was hype. I posted that shit to my Instagram. Oh my god! And now it's like, holy, I don't know.
I see what you're saying, but
I don't know.
I think the technology that equals capital is going quickly. Those things that will ensure that people will spend money on something, that is going quickly. But stuff that is like to show like life on other planets, that doesn't necessarily equal capitalism. So I think yes and no.
But we don't need capitalism for that. We just need, people to be like, holy shit, the technology that's in this phone, if I multiply it by X, I can fucking see aliens in 1 year.
Okay, fine. To move away from the serious nutter conversation, if you were to meet an alien, what would you say?
I would not. I would probably pee.
You would pee. I think I'd be like, what kind of music do you listen to? And he'd be like, beep boop bop. I listen to beep boop bop.
Whoa, profound.
Yeah. But then the music.
Have you ever seen? You remember the wave of videos?
The wave of videos? Sorry, you're kind of laggy. The wave of videos or what?
It was like a wave of videos that was like shit girls say or shit that vegans say, and there was one called shit hipsters say.
Okay, yeah, I kind of remember them. Yeah.
In it, the girl, she goes, I don't even listen to music anymore, just high pitched sounds.
No, I haven't seen that one, but that sounds.
Anytime I'm anywhere where like anytime I'm at like a techno show and I see like people like vibing out to it, like really cool, like against a wall, I'm like, yeah, high pitched sounds.
Those are aliens, though. Yeah, high pitched sounds. Yeah.
This one shit. People.
Beep boop bop boop. So Soulwax released a new album, and it's a bit like high pitched sounds, and I'm like, I don't like this album, so I just turned it off. What'd you say? How is what?
Yeah, I heard. How is that album? I heard one Soulwax song that was good, and somebody was trying to like get me to figure out who it was. And what were they saying? They said, oh God, oh it's escaping me. But they were like trying to get me to guess who it was, and and finally when I did get it, I was like, Soulwax? This is Soulwax?
How's it go?
Weird. I felt weird about it. But I would care to listen to it. Maybe I'll listen to it this weekend.
Oh, I love Soulwax, and I love Too Many DJs. They were highlighting. What the fuck? That's not the word. Fuck. I am drank. When someone's the top act of a show.
Highlights? Yeah, you're right. Highlights.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they were highlighted across. Top five. Yeah. So, I love them so much. Oh my god, I'm so happy I've seen them twice recently. I saw them go back to back with Brodinsky at Bang Bang in San Diego. Yo, I love San Diego. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. It's not even the people that I know out there. It's just like San Diego's such a vibe.
I was saying about San Diego that a lot of people say that about San Diego.
Yeah, it's so cute. I don't know. It is. It's not even just the people I know there or met there. It's just like, it's chill. It's laid back. It's relaxed. Well, the people I do know out there, they're like, it's a more chill version of LA. And I'm like, yeah, man, you guys are fucking right. So, and the cost of real estate and stuff out there is a lot cheaper too. So I'm like, maybe one day I'll just relocate to San Diego. Like, SF is fucked, and LA is not as fucked as SF. It is as fucked as SF, but like, you know, SD is nice. Have you been? Oh, dude, come to SD. Come to SD.
I have a lot of places to go, a lot of people to see.
And a lot of couches to sleep on. Well, the first one is mine, but no, you will sleep on my bed, and I'll sleep on the couch because I am a gentleman. Hurrah!
Well, I do think I have to go to sleep.
I know. I can tell. I can sense your vibes. You're getting sleepy.
Yeah, I'm tired. I've been up for a really long time. I got up at 4:30 this morning, so I've been up in 4 hours, 24 hours. So.
Let me know what you're gonna shop for, so I can weigh in on it.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, I will. I love you. Have fun.
Love you too.
And let me know.
I will. Okay. Bye.
Bye.